Biker ripped the waitress's shirt. What he saw froze the whole bar. The night was loud. Engines roaring outside, glasses clinking inside, and laughter filling the air. But in a small-town bar on Route 19, one moment changed everything. When a tattooed biker suddenly stood up and ripped open the waitress's shirt. The entire bar fell silent. Everyone thought it was an act of aggression until they saw what was underneath. It wasn't what anyone expected, and it revealed a truth that would leave the entire crowd speechless. What could make even the toughest bikers freeze in shock? What secret was this young waitress hiding beneath her uniform? This story of courage, pain, and unexpected redemption will remind you that appearances can deceive. And sometimes, heroes wear aprons instead of leather jackets. The Rusty Wheel Bar was a usual hangout for truckers, bikers, and lonely hearts. The night had started like any other. Amber, a quiet young woman in her 20s, worked the evening shift. She always kept her head down, smiled politely, and avoided drawing attention. Her co-workers noticed she wore long sleeves, even in the summer heat. But no one asked why. That night, a biker gang called the Iron Wolves rolled in. Their leader, a towering man named Rex, had a reputation: dangerous, unpredictable, but fair. The group filled the place with noise and swagger. When Amber approached to take their order, Rex noticed her trembling hands and the faint scar near her collar. He smirked, trying to lighten the mood. "Relax, sweetheart, we don't bite." Much the others laughed. Amber forced a small smile, hiding her unease. As the night went on, one of the drunk bikers grabbed Amber's wrist when she tried to collect empty glasses. She flinched violently, spilling beer over him. The man cursed and stood up, anger flashing in his eyes. "What the hell's wrong with you?" he barked. Before Amber could explain, Rex intervened. "Hey, sit down, Duke." She didn't mean it, but Duke wasn't backing off. He sneered, "Something's off with her, boss. You see the way she jumps? What's she hiding?" Amber froze, clutching her tray against her chest. Her breath came short. The tension grew thick. Then, in a moment of drunken foolishness or curiosity, Duke reached forward, grabbed the collar of her shirt, and ripped it open. The bar went dead silent. The laughter, the music, even the ceiling fan seemed to stop. Everyone stared, and what they saw under her shirt changed everything. Beneath her uniform, the room gasped at the sight. A police badge strapped around her neck and fresh bruises across her ribs. Amber wasn't just a waitress. She was an undercover cop. Rex stepped back, stunned. "You're a cop?" he muttered. Amber clutched her shirt closed, trembling, her eyes filled with both fear and defiance. "Yes," she said quietly. "And you just blew my cover." The bar erupted in whispers. The biker who ripped her shirt turned pale. Rex looked around, his jaw tight. He wasn't angry, he was calculating. "You working this place?" he asked. Amber nodded. "We've been tracking human trafficking through bars like this. I was close to exposing the supplier." Rex's eyes darkened. "Who?" Before she could answer, the bar's back door slammed open. A group of armed men burst in. Amber ducked behind a counter, bullets splintering wood around her. It was the very gang she was investigating. Without hesitation, Rex drew his gun and returned fire. His crew joined in. For the first time, the outlaws fought for the law. Amber crawled out, firing at the men, her cover blown but her courage fierce. When the dust settled, the traffickers lay disarmed, handcuffed with the biker gang's help. Rex approached Amber, blood trickling from his arm. "You're brave, lady," he said. "Didn't mean to scare you. Guess you were hiding for a damn good reason." Amber smiled weakly. "And I guess not all bikers are bad guys." The cops arrived minutes later, sirens cutting through the night. Amber gave her statement, explaining how the gang's sudden help saved her life and led to the arrest of one of the region's biggest trafficking rings. As the officers loaded the criminals into vans, Amber walked up to Rex. "You didn't have to help me," she said softly. Rex shrugged. "You think we're all villains, huh? Some of us ride bikes cause we don't fit anywhere else. Doesn't mean we can't do the right thing." He handed her the torn piece of her shirt. "Sorry about that." Amber laughed for the first time in months. "Don't be. You ripped more than my shirt tonight. You tore apart the wall I built against people." The next week, the Rusty Wheel Bar reopened, but things were different. Amber wasn't just the shy waitress anymore. She was a symbol of courage. Rex and his crew stopped by often, always sitting quietly at the same booth. One evening, she placed a coffee mug in front of Rex with a smile. "On the house, for saving my life." Rex grinned. "Guess we're even, Officer Amber." The bar's regulars still whispered about that night. But one thing was certain, nobody ever judged anyone the same way again. If this story moved you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who believes appearances define people. Remember, true strength often hides beneath the scars we try to cover.